Hello YouTube. Let's start out with a little quiz. Who in the room remembers me? Hands? Anybody? Anybody? I didn't think so. Been a while. Haven't been doing very many videos, of course. But anyhow, I'm still around. This morning I was making a Thomas's English muffin for breakfast. And I noticed the grit, like if anybody ever noticed the grit on the outside of them, it's like a cornmeal thing. I think it's to keep them from sticking to the paper or sticking to the thing or whatever. And my crazy brain started working. It's not always a good thing. But been watching a few different bannock recipes or whatever, or methods, and everybody's frying their bannock and stuff, and it looks so good. But I got to thinking, what if you made like some different flavored bannocks? So I'm going to try something today. It may work, it may not. This will be a two-part video because the second part will have to be done somewhere else, because I want to try to do it over a camp stove. But anyhow, back to basics. But what I'm going to try to do is I got a couple cups of flour and I think a teaspoon or so of salt, maybe a teaspoon of salt, and I put 2 teaspoons of powdered milk. Something I had seen in a couple recipes, and I had seen Mark from Eat Carbs do it in his bannock before, and I tried it, and I think it added a little bit. So anyhow, before I wander too far off the track, I'm going to take some corn. Now I thought about using cream corn, but I don't think that would work. So what I'm going to do is just use the juice off of the corn. Now here's something very, very specific you have to remember. Always for this I'm a big saver. I buy generic everything, but for corn, I always buy a name brand like Del Monte's or something. The juice is so I can just drink the juice right out of the can. So instead of water, I'm going to use the corn juice to make my bannock into a dough. And then I have some cornmeal that I put into a coffee grinder and ground up to a fine powder to sprinkle on the outside edges. And we'll get that done, and then we'll go to how we're going to try to make these this bannock in on part 2. So stay tuned. I'll be back. Okay, change of plans. I got sidetracked last week with the corn bannock, and more I thought about it, the more I thought, let's try something totally different. So I made some bannock batter, and I got this old toaster, and I'm wondering if you could toast bannock. Right now it doesn't look too promising. It's kind of soft, but I scored it a little bit and put some everything bagel seeds on it, and I got some honey butter to try it. So let's fire up the stove here, see if we can get her cooking and just see what happens. I can almost see myself getting burned already. I'm going to get a glove out just in case. We'll let her go for a little bit on lower heat like this and see what it does. Then we'll go from there. I see smoke. That's probably not a good thing. I can see I should have probably sprayed some cooking spray. I think this is going to be a cheesehead crisp deal. I'm not sure. Seems to be toasting just fine, but I can see where there will be a massive cleanup. gonna call it. I'm thinking a little honey butter can only help. So, that being done, or what I call done, well, seems to be done through and through. Really pretty tasty. My concern was that the center wouldn't cook, but seems to be just fine. I think if you played around with it a little bit, lowered the heat, might be a nice alternative to frying it if you didn't want the grease, you know, the oil. Of course, if you're going to put honey butter on it, doesn't really matter. Now, it's done through. I've been working on a little rolling pin, small one with washers, on the outside that would roll it to a uniform thickness. But I haven't perfected that yet. Maybe if it's good tomorrow and I can get over to the shop and get on the lathe, maybe I'll try it again, try and make a different type. But at least I got to try my toaster and my stove. I'm just glad that when I started fooling with these lanterns and these guys all got me involved in these lanterns, that I didn't catch that stovey bug and start buying stoves and stuff. I just need the one is all you really need. Maybe one suitcase stove, maybe. Well, you probably need like an Optimus, maybe. And never hurts to have a couple military lanterns. I mean, stoves. And maybe 3 502s and a Peak 400, maybe. And you always have to have a couple gas ones and a couple what do they call those? Trangias. A couple of those. And just as an emergency backup, you need to at least keep a couple solid fuel little things. I very seldom get out my, I do have a couple wood fired from Bruce that I didn't dig out, but I got enough out here that if I really need a stove, I'm sure I can find some heat. So that's pretty good. I like it. I don't know if I like the butter or the bread. I like fried bannock, but I guess they both have their place. I just wanted to try this and see if it would work. It may work better on one of the wire rack toasters. I don't know. At least you could see the insides and see as it's getting done. Anyhow, that's all for this experiment. Maybe I'll try the corn one another time. I still like that idea, but I just got pulled away and forgot all about it. So there you have it. Fried or toasted or roasted on a stick. No bad way to do it. You all take care. Be kind to one another. And we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully outside in the warmth.